I'm doing good, buddy. How you doing, man?
Yeah, it's 5:15 in the morning, and I'm about to have a chat with you. So it's a great start today, brother. A great start.
Wow. All right, Dave. Well, what time do you usually get up?
Not for another 2 hours. So. Oh.
Well, anyways, hope you smashing some coffee. So, anyways, good to talk to you, man.
Likewise. Usually I'm getting home at this time, but it is what it is. How are you, man? How's your throat?
Doing great, brother. We just got off the road. I guess we knocked out 44 shows in 59 days with Prime and Obituary. That was a blast.
Yeah.
So, just getting ready for Santa to come rolling in and do his thing. So yeah, everything's good, man.
Everything's good. Did you have a sore throat last week?
What's happening?
Did you have a sore throat last week?
Yeah, well, it's feeling okay, but I'm fine right now, man.
Good. The old tour flu as it kicks in. So let's go and talk. Let's go and talk about the new album. Obviously, came out at the end of November here in Australia. Doom Inc., the 11th one. What's been the initial reaction to the album?
People have been getting violently ill. And, people have been losing a lot of weight. They're like, Zakk, I've been throwing up nonstop, and I've had diarrhea ever since I've listened to this album. Although I have a 6-pack of abs now, and I've dropped 40 pounds.
Nice.
people are like, Zakk, I have my beach body ready. They really actually, as painful as it is, they're actually very appreciative. They're just like, Zakk, I've never had abs before, and now I do. So thank you very much.
Oh, well, hey, it's summer here in Australia, so that is the perfect summer album now. Thank you.
There you go, man. So how's everything going down in Australia right now? Is it still under lockdown?
No, they've opened up, but at the same time, obviously this new Omicron virus has now spread, and they reckon, I don't know if I'm being a bit political here, but I think once Christmas is kicked in, then I think we'll be in lockdown, if that makes sense.
Word is up here that Optimus Prime is going to beat the living piss out of the Omicron. I'm waiting for Optimus Prime. I think he'll take it out, bro.
Transformers, nice. Now, going onto the album, what makes this album different from your previous, 10 albums with Black Label Society?
To me, it's just another batch of brew. You know what I mean? So, to me, it's just like when you listen to all my favorite bands, whether it's the Beatles, the Stones, Zeppelin, Sabbath, whatever, John, whatever. The whole thing is, it's just a new batch of songs. You know what I mean? So, I love going in the studio. Every time we approach another record, it's just like it's a new season and it's a new. You never know what we're gonna find. You know what I mean? Until we go out there. You know what I mean? So like we never some dinosaur bones out here, but what are we gonna find? A Tyrannosaurus Rex? Or are we gonna find what are we gonna find when we get out here? You know what I mean? With bones wise, So. That's always the fun of it, man. I have a blast every time we go and make the records.
So because you do a new album essentially every 2 years, plus you're obviously, you're always working with other people as well. So how do you find that? What is the creative process? How do you pan for the gold that you come up with?
Well, for me, I'll just go out in my gym. I have an amp out there, and it's just like I just sit down there with some coffee and at a low volume. It's got reverb on it and everything. The whole thing, it sounds like I'm in Madison Square Garden with nobody in there. So, it's just like it sounds awesome. So, you just start writing riffs that you want to hear. You know what I mean? Obviously, it's just like it's all the music. I think everybody, what you are is a byproduct of the music you love and what moves you. You know what I mean? So, And I think that's it. So, I mean, it's just like, you're just writing stuff that I would want to hear, so it's just, and the whole thing is like, if you write something, sometimes you just get inspired. You could be hearing Knocking on Heaven's Door by Bob Dylan on the radio. I could hear it on the radio, and then when I get home, just like the mindset, just like, oh man, it'd be great to have just a three-chord song, and then you start writing something, then you end up writing free form. You know what I mean? And it's just like, and if you would have never told me that's where you got the inspiration from, that was a spark that lit that fire, I would have never known, because it sounds, it has nothing to do with Knocking on Heaven's Door. I'm like, wow, that's where you got you're like, yeah, Zakk, I heard Knocking on Heaven's Door by Bob Dylan. I was just like, man, it'd be cool to have like a real simple song, which is 3 chords, and you ended up writing free form. And I'm like, man, I would have never got that if you didn't tell me that. You know what I mean? So, you get inspired by things like that as well. Where you hear a cool Zeppelin riff or a cool Sabbath riff or Deep Purple or Mountain or Cream or, like anything from Mount Rushmore over there. But, you get inspired by your favorite bands, and then, that could spark an idea of a riff or something like that to put you in a frame of mind to start writing in that zip code. So,
yeah.
But that's how the writing usually comes along. I usually, and I don't write like sitting down, writing, having bits and pieces laying around. As soon as I start writing a riff, like if I wrote the riff to Smoke on the Water, once I have figure out how I'm going to do it, then I just start. Then the whole thing kind of just like a roller coaster ride. It just starts. You just start going on a ride. So then the verse comes in, and then with a pre-chorus, I'm just going to go straight to a chorus, and then I'm going to go a second verse, and then I'll go straight to the solo. And it pretty much, I write it in one sitting. I don't sit and go, I've been working on this song for like 3 years, and I could never think. Very rarely does that happen. Usually when I'm writing, I just sit down in one shot. And like everything you do on that record, I just write in one sitting. And it's like the music's first. Then music always kind of, it'll inspire you to sing something over it. It kind of, then the melody comes in, and then after that, I'll sit with it out in the truck, and I'll figure out what I want to write about, and then I'll write.
You did. Now that you say that, it makes a lot more sense, because on the album you've got like doomy Sabbath type stuff like End of Days. You've got the ballads. As soon as you said Knocking on Heaven's Door, I was first thinking then Forever and a Day was probably the one most similar to that. But it does, and you're right, it doesn't sound anything like it. But at the same time, you also go, oh, okay. I begin to see, where the genesis of it comes from, which is pretty cool. Did you have any challenges recording the album?
What's that, buddy?
Did you have any challenges recording the album?
No, none at all. It shouldn't be a challenge. You should be playing what you love. Music. It shouldn't be difficult. I'm just saying, in regards to like, if you're going to do fusion, it depends on how difficult you want to make it. The whole thing is, if there's something you want to play, you just practice it and you get it.
Yeah.
That's the reason why you run scales and do everything like that. But as far as being difficult, otherwise Tom Petty doesn't need to be playing John McLaughlin or Alvin Viola licks. That's not his thing. So it's just like, all we need that time is like chords and songs. You know what I'm saying?
So, how did it go with because Dario is doing a lot more lead on the album. There's a lot more kind of dueling going on. How does that feel to actually be in a band where you're like, you might not actually not be the main guy?
Well, no, it's a lot of fun. Obviously, when I'm rolling with the Generation X thing and rolling with the fellas, that's a whole other thing as well. But it's always fun to roll jam. Obviously with Ozzy, the joy of that is just being the only guitar player, so, and that's your job. So when with Black Label, I'm just wearing there's more hats for me to wear. Obviously when I'm playing the piano, Gary's doing all the solo and everything like that. So, and I love playing piano. So, no, when I approached this record, obviously I wanted Gary a lot. So, I approached it more like how the Allman Brothers, or Judas Priest, whether they do harmonies or Thin Lizzy, you know, where there's harmonies
Yeah.
and there's unison lines, and there's a need for two guys. You know what I mean? So it was kind of like that when I was doing the record, when I chose the solos, when I was writing solos and stuff like that. So you know, like us doing harmonies or just octaves and stuff like that. So, but yeah, it was just. And, you know, obviously, a certain part I would solo off to here, and I go down, and then you solo here, then I'll solo here, then you solo, then we'll come in together, or whatever. So, yeah, it was a lot of fun, man, for sure.
You as a character in the metal scene, you've always been seen as quite self-deprecating. And I'll never forget your roast, by the way, with Steel Panther. What was it? You got Lita Ford's Pussy Chunks. That always makes me laugh. But do you think that humour, do you think that's really important, that's been able to help you throughout your career to get where you are? Do you think that's the most important way you've got over your challenges?
Wait, what's the question again?
So the self-deprecating humour that you have, like in the new video as an example, Set You Free, you see that there as well. Do you think that that humour has been what's allowed you to get through your the ups and downs of your career and your life?
Yeah, I mean, that's just us being us. You know, I mean, we've always been goofballs. I mean, I'm saying even before Ozzy or whatever, you know, I mean, but it's just, people, it's funny sometimes people are like, with the Instagram stuff or whatever like that, they're like, Zakk, does anybody like write these skits? I was like, are you kidding me? Yeah. It's just like, no, I go, no, it could be this ridiculous. We don't need anybody writing any of that stuff. So, I mean, no, it's just, I mean, like, even down to the video for End of Days, it was just like, yeah, you know, it would be hilarious. We're not even going to have the band play. Just have me and JD in like a bear suit and a koala outfit. And I'll buy the outfits, and then we'll just
have a fight.
The video is just like us beating the piss out of each other the whole time, you know. And it's like, is the band going to be in? I don't know. We're not going to play one guitar. We're not going to play drums. Nothing. So it has nothing to do with anything. It's just, I mean, that's how we come up with these brilliant Einsteinian ideas. You know what I mean? So, but anyways, no, it's just I mean, I think I don't think it's really helped me or anything like that. I think it's just us being us. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Did you have any?
The only thing I can help anybody, I mean, no matter how you approach it, though, is just putting in the work. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Did you have stunt doubles for them fight scenes?
No stunt doubles. It's just all us just keeping the hell out of each other. We do our own stunts. We don't have enough money to pay for other.
So how does Zakk Wylde spend his downtime?
What was the question, bro?
So how do you spend your downtime?
I just writing these skits. I mean,
boom.
Yeah, I mean, when I'm home, I pretty much do the same thing I do when I'm out on the road. You know, I mean, I love hitting the iron and stuff like that, just working out and practicing, just jamming. So, obviously, but when I'm home, I'll spend the whole, time at my house. I mean, because, obviously we're touring all the time.
Yeah. So
the vacation is being home. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, man, what's next in terms of Black Label Society and touring, and then also yourself? Will you be going back with Ozzy as well at some stage?
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, it's just as far as my relationship with Oz, I mean, he knows whatever he needs me to bring some milk and eggs over to the house and watch the dogs. I'll do it. You know what I mean? So. He knows I always got his back and I'm always here for him. So, we recorded Ozzy's record and, Jeff Beck's on it, Tony Iommi's on it, Eric Clapton's on it. So, I mean, if you would have told me when I was 15 years old that I'd be on a record with Ozzy, Jeff Beck, Eric Clapton, and Tony Iommi, I would have, obviously I would have never thought that was going to happen. But it was definitely an honor, playing on the record with the guys. So, no, it's definitely cool.
Excellent. And I haven't got much longer, so we'll wrap it up with this one. What would you say to a 25-year-old Zakk Wylde if you met him today?
Wait, what's the question again?
So, what would you say if you met yourself at the age of 25? What piece of advice would you give to yourself?
I mean, well, the advice I give to, like, all, when somebody asks me, do you have any advice for my son and my daughter, well, I go, yeah, play the music you love. Whatever it is that moves you and that you love, that's what you should be playing.
Nice.
It naturally comes out of you. I mean, because it really is the truth. I mean, it's easier, and it's actually easier said than done. Because when I was before Ozzy, Bon Jovi was the biggest thing. And I was still massive, but I mean, I'm just saying at the time, Slippery When Wet was just forget about it. So,
Huge, yeah.
And being from New Jersey, it's just like either Springsteen or you got to be a Bon Jovi guy. So, and I remember us trying to get a record deal, and it was like 101 how not to do it. So it was just like, because Bon Jovi was huge, we're playing, like, trying to write Bon Jovi songs. And like, when you really think about it, that's the last thing you should be doing. Whatever's popular is the last thing you should possibly be doing. You know what I mean? It's just because you're a day late and $1 short anyway. So, but the whole thing is, it's kind of funny. It's just like we're playing Bon Jovi, writing Bon Jovi. I go, and not one of us in the band has one Bon Jovi album in their collection. Nobody even listens to this music. Yet we're going to try and write songs like this and try and get a record deal playing music we don't even like listening to. It's like amazing. We're all into like Zeppelin and Sabbath and everything like that, and like we're sitting here playing music, Bon Jovi songs that we would never play. I mean, it's like, it's just like Kurt Cobain learning how to play Eruption, and it's like, and why am I learning this? What is this going to do for me? Why am I learning this? I'm never going to use this, and I have no interest in it. I mean, it's like hysterical. I mean, like, it really is the truth. And here we are, racking our brains trying to, and recording songs that we don't even like playing. And it's just like, well, that's the only way you're going to make it in the music business. I go, this is how Led Zeppelin did it? Is this how Black Sabbath did it? Is this how, like, mention any band that you like? Is this how the Rolling Stones did it? You know what I mean? It's just like, no, just play what you like playing. And hopefully people like it. Because when you really think about it, like, look at Bon Jovi's the biggest band in the world. They were probably telling Guns N' Roses, you guys need to be more like them. And they're like, yeah, but that's not what we do. That's not even what we like. This is what we like. Like early Aerosmith, the Stones, punk rock, and stuff like that. And it's like, they're just, no pun intended, stuck to their guns, and next thing you know, they're the biggest band in the world. Then they're telling Chris Cornell, you need to be more like Guns N' Roses. And Chris Cornell's like, yeah, but that's not what we do.
Yeah.
And it's just like, and next thing you know, now Soundgarden's massive. Now they're telling Green Day they need to be more like the grunge guys. And Green Day's like, yeah, but that's what we do. So what I'm just saying is, when you look at every one of these bands, and Bon Jovi included, I mean, like, Bon Jovi just stuck to their guns doing what they did. You know what I mean? So it's like, telling John Bon Jovi, you need to be more like David Lee Roth and jumping around, and you need to be more like that, and, you guys need to be more like Van Halen. It's just like, yeah, but that's not what we do.
That's not them.
I'm just saying, like, and, like every record company trying to get the next big thing, I mean, it's just like, no, just whatever it is you like playing, play that. That's it.
I think that's a perfect ending to this. Whatever you like doing, play that. Well, Zakk, I think I've got over by 5 minutes. Thank you very much for your time. Best of luck with the new album, and we hope to see you in Australia very soon.
Without a doubt, man. I can't wait to get back down there, bro. So, stay safe, Merry Christmas, and Happy New Year, my brother. And hopefully I will see you before you know.
Likewise to you and your family. Take care, buddy. Bye.
Take care.